Hello, I'm Channa Kapoor from GoMaster Technologies. I'm going to discuss my solution to the lead code problem, remove duplicate letters. It is today's problem in October lead coding challenge. I've been solving all these daily challenges and posting my solution on the channel. Please take a look. So today's problem is we have a string of lowercase English letters. We need to remove duplicate letters so that every letter appears once and only once. Okay, that's not the harder part. We must return the smallest in lexicographical order among those possible results, right? But yeah, there is one more point is not very clear in the question, which is among these possible results when they say we need to return a subsequence of the original string. That means the relative order has to be maintained. Maybe it's going to be clear in these examples. The first example at least illustrates we have occurrences of A, B, C one or more times. So we have A, B, C present here, and that's why A, B, C is the answer, right? Because that is the smallest in lexicographical order. Look at the second example. We have A, B, C, D appearing one or more times in the string. That doesn't mean the answer is ABCD, even though that is the smallest in lexicographical order, but ABCD is not a subsequence of the string S. ABCD doesn't appear in the same relative order. That's why ACDB is the best we can have, and that is the answer, right? So it may not look like an optimization problem, but this is an optimization problem because among all possible subsequences of single occurrence letters, um, we need to return or find the one which is smallest in some particular order, right? So that smallest makes it optimization, right? I'll use a greedy method instead of using an exhaustive method, and I'll take another example to illustrate my solution. So the example I'm going to take is something like this. So it is let me write here B A C D C B D A and then C. So we have 9 letters here. And if you observe, there are actually just A, B, C, D present there. So the answer has to have only 4 letters, A, B, C, D. But we don't know the exact relative order, and we need to minimize in lexicographical order. So what I'm going to do is, I'll find the frequency of each of these letters. That's not going to be hard. I'll make one person, then find the frequencies. So that way, the frequencies of A, B, C, D are going to be like this. So A appears once, then twice here, right? And B appears once, twice, again, that is again 2 times. And C appears once, twice, thrice, right? 3 times. And D appears twice, right? I think that's all we have. So we have 9 letters, and then we have, yeah, this number adds up to 9. All right. So now let's see, how do we do this? So I'm using a greedy method. So the way it works is I'll start from the beginning and I'll observe the frequencies also. One thing we can observe here is if a letter appears only once, then it has to be that, right? We cannot have a choice there. If it appears more than once, then we have a choice, right? We have a choice of picking any one of those occurrences, but we have to pick exactly one of them. So I'll start from the beginning, and if I haven't even picked any that particular character so far, I'm going to pick it, right? So I'll use some kind of relativeness here, so to see that which one is greater and lower. So initially I'm going to take B because B is not in my answer. So then when I get A, so if there is a possibility of getting B later, so AB is better than BA, right? Because that is going to be lesser. So that's why I'm going to kind of cancel this one because there is one more occurrence of B. I can use that, and that's why I'm gonna just remove this from my answer and then take A, right? So now when I remove it, this is greedy for me because I'm making a choice even without looking at the rest of the string, the relative order. I'm already making a choice of not including this particular occurrence of B, right? So now I have chosen A. So then when I get C, so among A, C, that is the better answer. So I'll take C anyway because C is not present first of all. Now when I see D, D is also not present, and that is still in the same, it is increasing. So this is lowest in terms of, lexicographical order. So I'm going to take that. Now when I get C, another C, C is already included, right? So C is already included. So that's why even if I cancel the older one and take this one, it's not going to be better because we have only D after that. And even if I get a D later, it's going to be in the same relative order, right? C and D. So that's not useful. So I'm going to ignore that if it is already chosen now. So now we have the next letter B. So B, earlier we chose that, but we already removed it. So that's why it's as good as we don't have it now. So I'm going to try to make a choice again. But look at this. This is the last occurrence of B. We have to choose this one. So now there is a possibility, right? If I choose D, so I'm going to have A, C, D, B. But what if there is C and there's D? D is actually greater than B. What if there is a D occurring later? Instead of A, C, D, B, A, C, B, D is better. That's why because there is a positive D later, I'm going to cancel this D so that I'm going to look forward for having BD instead of DB. Similarly, C is also there. If there is another occurrence of C, then again I can look for a BC, relative BC, relative order of BC than CB. That's why I'm going to cancel this also and then include B. So now C and D are not in my answer. Only A, B is there. So now I'll go to next D. So that is the last occurrence of D. And we don't have that in our string. So we don't have a choice. Whether it is greater or not, we don't have a choice. But at least we made that choice better because earlier it was supposed to be DB, but we have no BD as the relative order. And now I get A. So A is again, it's already there in my string. So it's not going to get better. So I'll ignore that. So then I look at C. So C is not there now. I'm gonna like take it. So maybe if there was another D later, I would have canceled this D and then cancel this D so that I get a relative order of CD. But because I don't have a D afterwards, I cannot just cancel this D. So this is what I'm gonna have. So that's why the answer is gonna be ABDC. Right. So this is the method I'm going to use. Let me explain this method through my source code. So this is how it looks like. Let me zoom it a little bit. Okay. See, what I've done is initially I basically figured out the frequency of each letter. So this fric vector is going to do that. So this loop is finding the frequency of each letters. I'm using a vector of 26 characters or 26 integers. So 0 to 25 are the indices. So I'm using this technique of taking that character, which is an ASCII character, and then negate the ASCII value of A so that I get that index, zero-based index, right? So, and then I need this result, which is what I need to construct. I'm going to construct in a vector of characters and then finally convert it to a string, which is the return type. I also have another vector of size 26, which is just Boolean values, just to see whether it is visited or not. Visited here means whether it's already included in the result, right? Earlier, right? If it is already there, I'm not going to use that again, right? I'm going to skip it, right? So that's the reason, right? So now for each character, I'm going to process, and if it is not included, then only I'm going to consider. Otherwise, this loop is going to skip. So if it is already visited, I'm going to directly come down to this part and then decrease the frequency. Why do I decrease the frequency? Is sometime later, if this is deleted for some reason, but for the reasons we mentioned, and then we need a frequency to decide whether we can delete or not. And again later to include, we need that frequency area. So whenever we process a character, we're going to decrease the frequency of that, right? So now inside here, I'm going to immediately mark it as visitors because I'm sure that when I come inside here, I'm going to include this character for sure, right? But yeah, how do I include it? There are possibilities. One possibility is if this is the first character, as in the result does not have anything, or the previous character is less than the current character, right? The current character is less than the previous character. So no, the negation of that. So I'm just talking about if the result dot size is 0 or the previous character is less than the current character, then it is an increasing order. So I don't have to worry about it. I'll directly just increment this one or add this one to the string, right? Append it to the string. Otherwise, so the otherwise condition is here in the if condition here. So if there is at least one character in my result and the current character whatever we have is lesser than the previous character, right, the last character, in that case it is in decreasing order, so we are looking for a chance of deleting that so that we can add that later to improve the relative order, right? So this is what I'm doing here. So I just, instead of using this over and over, I'm just, using another temporary variable called last character, which is the last character in my result vector, right? So these are the possibilities. I can keep removing multiple of them as we have seen in the example, as long as we have at least a character and then the last character um, is so the current character is less than the last character. That means the last character is greater. So in that case, we might actually remove that. And also, if there is a frequency of at least more than zero, that means there is at least one more occurrence later. If there is no more occurrence, don't delete it now because you don't get a chance to include it later. We need to include once, right? So that's why this is also a condition. If all the three meet, then we are going to remove that previous character. So what I did is I just reduced, basically I made it as the visited as false. It was true earlier because I need to include later, and now I removed it from the result, right? Popback is going to remove. So yeah, because I'm keeping track of this variable, and I'm just remembering that again as because I'm going to get a new last character now. I'll do that. So once we do all of these things, anyway, no matter what, we're going to push back this new character. And then when I come out of this one, so I'm processing for the next character. So I reduce this frequency and go to the next character, right? So finally, my result is going to have the answer. I'm just converting that to string and then return. All right, so this should work. So let me submit, and it says accepted. All right. So I hope you got the idea. So this is the greedy method, and let see if you can find a better method, or if you have any questions how it works, or any suggestions. All of them are welcome, right? So yeah, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel. Right, keep coding. Thanks for watching.